what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life, gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard, go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell, a couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well, not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me, we eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Clarity, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they taking notice.
Hey, how fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the Q.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
A first down carry for Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down. Check. Hey, gun. That's what I do. There we go, Mike.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check. 180. Check. 53. Mike. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to King. Regular. Smash. No. Go. 53.
First down, Mayfield. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
They will run with Grant. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards, it says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Check, check, check. Right down.
On second down now, it's Grant. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Alert, alert. Hurry, hurry. Pistol, pistol, pistol.
On third down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And the Jets first down.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score Jets 3, Browns nothing.
3-15. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it second and 12.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Alert, 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 alert. 53. Hey, Delta. 53, Mike. All day, just like that. Just like that. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Check pass, check pass. Hurry. 53 is Mike. Check, 53 is Mike. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming, baby.
Now Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
We got three. Hey, alert 33. Smooth. Kings.
shotgun. It's Mayfield. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
On 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught. Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. Wilson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Looking deep for Julio. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Browns' drive about to get started, and the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On 2nd down, it's Grant, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, Grant. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Set, 180. Point it right, point it right, point it right. I got it. Hey, orbit. I got it.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's complete to his running back, Grant. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 3rd down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield got an open man. It's Foster. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. This is Grant. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 37. And the kick by Elliott is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
And an alley to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go back to Grant. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Grant, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Browns have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, watch your leg. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. All right, T, let's all right, T, alert. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson forced out to his left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely...
And it's a fumble, but I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Midfield just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
180. 53, Mike. Hey, keep it up. 53's the Mike. Real. 53's the Mike. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, Alpha. Let's make these babies. Hurry. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Fuller. On third down, Grant. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Grant. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Good. 180. Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey, we
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 17.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
3 down, 3 down.
On 3rd down, it's Grant, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And Elliott puts this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
59 mark, 59 mark.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Sheldon Richardson. His 2nd sack of the night. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
With the score, Browns 13, Jets 3.
Set, 180. Check, 53 is mine. Rabbit. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the run. Hurry. We got double up. Run. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50. Hey, wahoo! I smell fear in that offense.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st down, Barkley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Here's Wilson. Got him in. It's Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches. That's...
Oh, no, he lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Russell Wilson, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. And on the stop, DeMonte Casey. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Alert, flare, alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant, and some room to maneuver. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Grant, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but how I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Wilson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 53. 3 buzz.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And the Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Browns, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
right mind.